I'll do all the announcements that you would have heard. Please turn off your cell phones. I mean, you can take pictures, but turn off the flash. That's stupid because it's not. You know, like when you're watching the World Series and there's all like that, like your flash is lighting Yankee Stadium. Just leave your flash off. If you have, don't yell out during the show. If you have something you want to say to me, totally. This is what we do. We write it down, and then you go outside in the lobby. And then you go home and you kill yourself. Because that's selfish. This is a rhetorical performance. It's got nothing to do with you. Don't text or Twitter during the show. Just live your life. Don't keep telling people what you're doing. Just, because also, it lights up your big dumb face. It lights it up. I see this beautiful sea of darkness and then just one guy. So don't do that. What else? No Jews. I think they said that earlier, but they told me I have to say it. Jews aren't allowed. If you're Jewish, it's a good time to go. If you see somebody kind of Jewy looking, then please tell an usher, and they will. Sir, come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. So you can have confidence, but you got to be a little, I mean, there's things that people did in history that I wouldn't have done, for sure. Like, I wouldn't have made an Auschwitz. I wouldn't have done that. What am I going to do with an Auschwitz? Yeah, Auschwitz is not one of those where you're like, it was the times, It was a horrible thing, obviously. Auschwitz, horrible. They killed people. They killed children. They killed little children in Auschwitz who could have grown up and moved to Brooklyn and hated black people, and they didn't get to do that. It's terrible. I know. I had a friend who's a comedian in England, and he made a joke about Auschwitz, and he got in a lot of trouble. There was a big shitstorm, and at one point, Auschwitz tweeted about his joke. It's true. It's an Auschwitz with a blue check. So it was like, oh, cool, it's really them, And they tweeted like, that's not funny. Why is the death camp tweeting? Who's running the social accounts at Auschwitz? I got a summer job at Auschwitz. I'm running their Twitter. A lot of what they teach kids is just to make them polite people, Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. We need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby, and then I fucked him again. So you want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. Okay, this is a book about Jesus. Actually, the whole book is not about Jesus. Only this much. Only that much is about Jesus. The rest of it is the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult.
It's verbose. It's a lot. Look at it. It's just Jews, just fucking, and then Jacob bought a goat, and he had Isaac, who had Ruth, who had Abraham. I mean, and Abraham lived to be 800. Yeah, I bet he did too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800, and then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. I can't. We're starting heart disease right now. Cut them down to 10%. There's a few missteps in the Jesus story, I'm telling you. Like when he went to Jerusalem for the first time, his friends put him on a donkey, and they took him through town, through Jerusalem, and they're like, King of the Jews, y'all. King of the motherfucking Jews. And the Jews did not like that. The Jews were like, not my president, whatever.
I was talking to my friend the other day about Jesus, Christ. And I don't remember why, but I happened to mention that Jesus was Jewish. And my friend said, he was? And I said, yeah, Jesus was Jewish. And he said, I don't think so. And I said, that's okay. It already all happened. Doesn't matter what you think. But he argued with me. He was like, dude, Jesus couldn't be Jewish. Think about it. I'm like, you fucking think about it, you idiot. What was he then? What was he, Presbyterian? What was he? Catholic? Okay, Jesus was Catholic. And he had a gold chain with a cross. And when they nailed him up, he was like, oh, that's why we have those. That finally makes sense. I didn't even know. Oh, fuck, that's me. I'm the little guy on it. I'm curious about God. I'm curious about his life. I'm curious about God's existence. What's that like to be God? You know, we don't know anything about him. I think one reason people don't believe in him because we don't have a sense of God, because it doesn't say anything anymore. He used to talk all the time. He used to go up to people on the street. Hey, tell everybody I said that. I'm writing on the rocks. Look at that. Do it. And it was confused. Everybody's like, oh, okay, trying to figure it out. And then for 2,000 years, he just, nothing, says nothing. And everybody's fighting. He could clear a lot of shit up with a 5-minute press conference. If God spoke for 5 minutes, he'd solve a lot of problems. He'd just show up, all right, everybody, yeah, I'm the Lord, okay. Real quick. First of all, Mormons just, no. What is that? Just go home. Also, Jews with the little things, what the fuck? I don't know. Put a hat on or don't. Nobody gives a shit. This is weird. I hate these. I hate them. I send everybody with one of those to hell every day. I do. It's just my thing. Just so you know. Do what you want, but that's where you're going. Now you know. Also, I don't care who you fuck. I don't care. It never mattered. It was Adam and Eve and Steve. They were all fucking each other. I was jerking off to it. It was a great time. So it's not an issue for me. I don't know why it is for you. Have fun and use all the holes. That's what I say. Also, you're supposed to fuck the animals. That's why I made them. Why are you not fucking the animals? There's only like 30,000 of you fucking the animals. What are the rest of you? You're eating them? That's disgusting. What is wrong with you? How could you eat a perfectly fuckable pig? Saith the Lord. I hate New York. I really do. I used to love New York, but I hate it now. I'd rather be in Auschwitz than New York City. Honestly, I would. I mean Auschwitz now. I mean today Auschwitz, not back when it was open. I mean now. It's nice now. There's a gift shop. People go there on purpose. They buy tickets. I think that's weird. That people buy tickets to Auschwitz. That's weird. If you could have told those people back then, people are going to buy tickets to come here. Yeah, wrap your head around that. Jew. That's, all right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, never again, I promise. That's what we say about the Holocaust, never again, because they killed 6 million Jews. If they only killed like 10,000, would it be like, okay, 2 more times? And then taper off, because it's a little much. I'll tell you, I went to Auschwitz. This is a true story. I actually did go to Auschwitz because I was doing shows in Poland, because I had to go to Poland to do shows. So I was in Krakow. So I went to the camp. And I went there because of a very personal reason, because I had family there. I had a lot of family there. 44 members of my family were in Auschwitz during World War II. I mean, they were guards. They worked there. But no. They were Jews and they died. It's okay. Don't be offended. It's true. We lost the whole family there. Everybody, because we were Hungarian Jews. My grandfather, on my father's side, he's the only one who made it. The rest of them, all 44 of them, went to Auschwitz, which I think they really regretted. But that's what happened, because the Hungarians sent all their Jews to. They weren't even occupied Hungary. They're just like, yeah, take our Jews. And they sent my whole family there, and they all died in Auschwitz, except for him. My grandfather's the only one who made it, because he got the fuck out of there before it started. In the late 20s, he fucking smelled that shit, and he got the fuck out. And he went to Mexico. He migrated to Mexico. And we found his immigration card. My uncle and I did the family history, and we found it. It says nationality, Hungarian, and it says religion, Catholic. And there's a picture of him like... like, fuck it. They don't know what a Jew looks like in Mexico. That's where I'm going. And that's why I'm alive, because he made that choice. It's also why I'm not Jewish. He was like, Jew schmoo, we're not fucking Jewish. Somos católicas. That was my abuelito. Became a fucking Mexican fast. That's what happened. That's how he made it. He's a fascinating guy, my grandfather. His name was Geza. That was his name. And he had a brother named Geza. It's weird, but I looked it up, and here's what happened. His parents had a baby, and they named it Geza, and it died. The baby died. So they had another one, and they just said, fuck it, Geza, let's just do it again. Because that's what it was like. The babies died. It was no big deal back then. It was just like, yeah, that was a shitty baby. Let's do another one. Why'd your baby die? Because it sucked. Why does any baby die? At least we found out quick. Fuck it, this one's good. That's what it was like forever until recently. The human race was all the good babies, and the shitty ones, that's just the way it worked. It's not like that now. Now we save every baby. The shittier the baby, the bigger the effort. Because we love it. We love saving the shitty babies. There's always a documentary. Look at this baby. He's a fucking mess. Do you see that shit? We're going to save it. Make it live. And the baby's like, please don't. But we don't like when babies die. We get more upset when a baby dies. Who knows this baby? Did you hear about Jeff? No, he was here for one day. Nobody met him. And then if you die when you're old, nobody gives a shit. They're like, he was here long enough. Fuck him. You ever tell somebody, like, your grandmother died? My grandmother died. They're like, I'm so sorry. How old was she? She was 98. Oh.